Well, hello there, friends. It's been a while. Welcome to episode 64 of Cocktails for a Crisis. I'm kind of the harbinger, I'm afraid, of doom. I'm back because of the horrible flooding that's happening in eastern Kentucky. 37 people have died as of a few days ago. That's the last number we saw. So it's pretty serious stuff. I mean, I hope you're following the news. I hope you're looking out for those folks. It's a pretty horrible situation. I hope you'll think about giving some money to support the people in eastern Kentucky. The Red Cross is always good. One of my favorites is Presbyterian's Disaster Assistance. And I'm going to talk about another one. The Hindman Settlement School has become kind of a nexus of support for that region. The Hindman School is kind of important to me because my old friend Mary Ellen Miller used to go out there every summer, I think it was, and work with students out there. And before that, her husband Jim Wayne Miller did that. And you may have heard Silas House, who wrote Same Sun Here, is that the name of it? About mountaintop removal and the mining issues with that. Silas House is just one of my heroes. He teaches at Berea College and has come to Western and done talks a few times. But he's a real supporter of the Hindman Settlement School. I'll say the Hindman Settlement School many times because I hope you'll Google it and you can read about that place, because the Hindman Settlement School has done a lot of good for a lot of people. And I hope you'll look that up on the Google and give them some money. They could really use some support right now. And so in honor of the Hindman Settlement School, I've been in the lab a little while today, friends. I'm going to make a drink I'm calling the Hindman. Hindman, the town, was hit horribly by the floods, and Hazard, Kentucky was hit badly too, and that whole region in eastern Kentucky is suffering. So I hope you'll send some dollars their way. I reached out to a friend of mine at Eastern Kentucky University today, and they have a lot of students that come from that region. So Eastern Kentucky University is another great place to support right now. So anyway, I'm going to get on to making the cocktail. So tonight, again, the cocktail is called a Hindman, and I tried to be creative in the ingredients that I put together in this. So we're going to make a single on this, and we're going to build it in a glass. So fill a cocktail glass with ice, and we're going to use 1 ounce of bourbon.
What kind of bourbon are you using, Rob?
We're using Buffalo Trace, Erica. It's my favorite. I thought I'd go on the cheap, but I thought, no, for this one, I'm not going to go on the cheap. And then we're going to use 3/4 of an ounce of Southern Comfort. And the last two ingredients have some kind of meaning behind them. I drove to like 4 or 5 liquor stores today, which for me is just a horrible chore to have to go to liquor stores. I went to 3 or 4 liquor stores in search of some Eastern Kentucky moonshine. Kentucky Mist is one that's out there, and it's made in, I can't remember where it's made. It's made in Whitesburg, Kentucky. And then I looked for Kentucky Mountain Moonshine. It's made in Ravenna, Kentucky, and I couldn't find either of those in town. So, it's a sacrifice for me to use Tennessee Moonshine to substitute in. But I hope when you make this one, you'll use one of those, either Kentucky Mist or Kentucky Mountain Moonshine. We're going to put about a 1/2 ounce of moonshine in this. And if you don't have moonshine, well, you need to get some. But if you don't have moonshine, you could use pure grain alcohol or vodka or something like that. A 1/2 ounce of that. And then, in the spirit of supporting Eastern Kentucky, we're going to top it off with Ale 8. Ale 8 ginger ale is made in Winchester, Kentucky. They had a major flood problem back in 2021. I think they're okay right now. But again, in the spirit of supporting Eastern Kentucky, try to find some Ale 8 and use that. Of course, if you can't find Ale 8, you can always use regular ginger ale. But this really does have an interesting flavor. So we're going to top this off. Look at that nice smoky little top there. We're going to top it off with Ale 8. And we're going to give it a stir. And then we're going to put a lemon wedge in there, which I don't know that I've ever done in one of these videos. I usually do a lime wedge or a lemon twist. But this one needs a little bit of sour to make it tasty. Set that right there. A couple of more things I wanted to say. Eddie's friend Parker. Eddie went to the Governor School for Entrepreneurship up in Northern Kentucky University the last 3 weeks and had a great time, and it made a really good friend with a guy named Parker who lives in Hazard, and his family's kind of having some issues with this, as everybody in Hazard is. So again, I really encourage you to support Hazard and Hindman and all of Eastern Kentucky, the Red Cross, Presbyterian Disaster Assistance, the Hindman School are all great places to support. So here, look at that, Erica, you got a good view of that. It's a pretty drink. So
lower
it down. There we go. It's a pretty drink. So again, friends, I hope you'll show some love to those people in Eastern Kentucky. Send some dollars